Have you ever thought about becoming an officer in the United States Army? Are you looking for a way to pay for college or pay back student loans? Do you have a college degree? Are you looking for some job experience that will put you above your peers on your resume? In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the 5 ways of becoming an officer in the U.S. Army. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, TeamWillbob. I'm Sergeant First Class Robert Williams, a recruiting and retention NCO in the Washington Army National Guard. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you can get my future videos. And if you like it, please hit that like button so that the algorithm will show it to more people. First, what is an officer? Well, the short answer is that you are a manager and in charge of other people. There are 3 types of officers. A commissioned officer, this is lieutenants, captains, generals, etc. Warrant officers, who are subject matter experts, and non-commissioned officers. We're not going to talk about NCOs in this video because those are enlisted personnel. Those 5 ways are the Reserve Officer Training Corps, or ROTC, West Point Academy, the Officer Candidate School, or OCS, Direct Commission, and Warrant Officer Candidate School. ROTC is the largest source of officers for the military. This is where you go to college to get your degree, learn leadership, and learn how to be a soldier all at the same time. This is actually a separate class that you'll be taking each term in college, plus a leadership lab. You'll be doing physical exercise a few times a week, go to field training exercise a few weekends per year, and then to summer training. The biggest summer training is the advanced camp, which is between the junior and senior years of your college. You can also do other summer training like airborne, air assault, combat diver, and even internships if you'd like. The great part about ROTC is that it has scholarships, and you can combine those scholarships if you're in the National Guard with guard benefits from the state, federal benefits, and get a full ride, and you can actually get paid to go to college. When you are done with your degree, you'll be commissioned as a second lieutenant, and you'll owe 4 years of service in either the active duty, the reserves, or the National Guard. There are some military institutes, like the Virginia Military Institute, where everyone in the school is in ROTC, so this is technically an ROTC program, but everybody in the school is going to become an officer at the end. West Point is the military service academy for the Army. It's a very prestigious university. It is an immersive experience. You'll spend all of your time on the campus, going to class, studying, or doing some training. You'll obviously get other breaks like a regular college student, like spring break, stuff like that, but this is not the normal college experience. This is also a full ride, so no need to worry about tuition and fees or room and board. And just like ROTC, when you're done, you owe the Army 4 years of service in any one of those 3 components. But if you go to West Point, you get first pick for your officer job. A note for this is that ROTC and West Point, you get to pick what component you go into the active duty, reserve, or guard, unless you have picked at the very beginning or some other time during the process, such as a Minuteman scholarship, which guarantees that you go into the National Guard. Officer Candidate School. OCS is the second most common way people become an officer in the military. This is where you're going to go to a 2.5 to 3 month training in leadership, depending on which variant you go to, and at the end, you're a lieutenant. You can do this one if you are already enlisted or straight off the street. You can enlist right into OCS, you go to basic training, then OCS, and then you get to pick your job. OCS is for people who have a degree now and are ready to go into leadership right away. In the case of the National Guard, you can actually have 3 full years of college and a completion plan and go to OCS for us. There are multiple training classes per year for OCS, so whatever works with your schedule and training seat availability, that's when you get to go. So you are not stuck to the strict schedule of an academic year. Direct commission. This is where you join straight away as an officer. You don't need to go to basic training, OCS, or any of the other options. You are just automatically an officer to start out. Generally, you will go to like a 3-week course on customs and courtesies, how to wear the uniform, super basic military knowledge like that after you've already joined and are an officer. This also means you most likely will not be joining at the lowest officer rank. Generally, you're going to start out as a captain unless you have a bunch of relevant experience to justify coming in as a higher rank. This one is generally for what are called specialty branches. These are doctors, nurses, lawyers, clergy, people who have civilian education and certifications that make them very specialized. This is also why if you look on the military pay scale, you will see up to a 2-star general can get paid for having fewer than 2 years of military experience. But don't expect that this will happen for you unless you are like a chief of medicine or something similar. This can happen for cyber officers as well if you have a plethora of experience and certifications, but you can also go the other route and just come in without any of those training and experience. It used to happen for engineers, but that stopped before I got my engineering degree. Warrant Officer Candidate School, or WOCS, is for the other kind of officers. Warrant officers are subject matter experts. To do this, you already have to have a good amount of training and experience in your job field. Then you will go to a class that is similar to OCS, but a few weeks shorter. And this is also where the majority of pilots are in the Army. Though for pilots, you do not have to have any flight knowledge or experience to be able to go into that. A regular recruiter can put you into this if the option for you is available, such as some states or other parts of the Army can do a pilot, and some other places you can do if you have like the cyber experience or other super specialized civilian experience like IT, stuff like that. But most personnel who become warrant officers are already enlisted. All right, now that you've got a brief overview of the 5 ways to become an officer, which one would you like to do? Or would you like to be enlisted? I will be doing a mini series on them, so for the next 5 months, I will be doing one full video for each so we can dive down into how those work, what the requirements are, so that you can get better knowledge. Thank you for watching Team Willbob and learning about the 5 ways you can become an officer. Do me a favor, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button so you can get my future videos. If you would like to contact me, you can comment, call, text, or send me a Facebook, WhatsApp, or Instagram message. See you next time.
Angry Unicorn.